Hello, everyone, and welcome to PMALCS. We are in week 1 of the summer split. My name is Mr. Matt2702. I will be your streamer and caster for the evening for tonight's matchup between Lavi's Lusty Lads and Biscuit Force 5. So what we're going to be looking at tonight is probably one of the most looked matchups that have been looked forward to in the early goings. Bukake Poro is probably one of the highest ranked players that made it down to the second draft. So that's very, very important to note. And that's really good to see, particularly with some of these, especially with some of the other players in this team. We see Rob, we see Necro Guy, some of these people who were very large name players in the last one. We're going to go ahead and actually flip on over to Champ Select. We are already looking here. Looks like Lavi's Lusty Lovers went ahead and banned out Jin. We see the J4 ban. J4 is a really strong jungler. We know Lavi is very comfortable on some of these junglers like that. Jin, I'm not terribly sure who that got banned for Biscuit Force 5, but that is probably a very safe comfort ban that we're looking at there. Just looking at very strong champions right now. Jin feels very good. Kaisa, looks like they're targeting the bot lane of BF5, specifically the AD carry, who I believe for Biscuit Force, it might be Rob, it might be Necro Guy. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Nocturne, Biscuit Force is definitely very much targeting Labby, giving respect to the versatility of the jungler. It's very, very respectable at this time. So that's something you'd really like to see. And the Renekton ban, go ahead and dropping that respect. I think that's for Necro Guy, because we saw a little bit of that last split. We see the Alawi ban as well. So now we're going to get ahead and get into the picks. We see, first pick Nautilus. Go ahead and snagging that from Biscuit Hat. Very good pickup there. Nautilus is also a good flex pick. Flex can, he can technically be top lane, mid lane, or support, or jungle really. Anything but AD. But in the support role and probably jungle role is where he fits best in my opinion. So seeing the Yuumi ban, or the Yuumi pickup here from Biscuit Force 5, makes me wonder if Biscuit's been practicing some Yuumi. Very fun champion, very good. Ezreal picked up as well, very safe. Looks like Biscuit Force is going to play the safe bot lane. I'm curious to see how this is going to play out then. If we're going to be looking at a very safe, controlled, a safe and controlled bot lane, that might be something that we look at. So it may come down to something as simple as Sivir. Yeah, Sivir Nautilus is very strong. So I'm not super sure what's gonna come from this. So we will see. So we're just gonna keep this. We're gonna just keep this train rolling real quick. Labby picking up. Ooh, Lee Sin for Labby. Let's see how this goes. I'm looking forward to that. I think Labby, if I'm not mistaken, Labby has a pretty clean Lee Sin. I'm not gonna quote anything, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty clean. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he plays that. Now we're getting into the last pick for BF5. They have a counter pick jungle with that Nautilus flex pick. Yeah, they're gonna go ahead and pick the Sejuani. Very safe pickup. Definitely something you like to see. So really good. I don't know. I like Sejuani as a jungler. Very safe pick, especially for I think it's Happy by 3. It's going to be the jungler. And Happy, Sejuani is a very safe, very tanky, very CC and engage heavy jungler. So that's something that is always worth looking at. No ban there. So what are we look? Is that actually going to be fixed? What are we looking at for a ban there? It's actually a Tristana ban. So that's a Tristana ban from Biscuit Force. So yeah, I'm curious as to why they're banning Tristana unless they're focusing Tristana top lane or something like that. And another missed ban for Labby. Oh, it's Malzahar. Okay, Malzahar band. That's good. That's a very good band. So we see the final bands come out with Jace, and what are we gonna see from Labby? Labby's final band is gonna be, drum roll please, Vlad. Ooh, they targeted some flex picks here. I mean, Jace can go mid, AD, but they have their AD locked in. But Jace can go mid or top. Same thing with Vlad. So the flexibility here is still very large because that Nautilus could actually be still a flex pick. And we see the Vagar pickup for BF5, very strong mid laner, very late scaling. So it looks like the goal of BF5 for this game, the Biscuit Force, is going to be go ahead and get the Vagar and the Israel to the late game, where they can do a ton of damage. We see the Morgana pickup for mid lane, very good counter into Vagar, being able to negate, the CC of the baby cage, as well as get a little bit of a shield in the circumstance that his ult is going to deal so much damage. You'll be able to negate at least a little bit of that. It may still one shot you late game, but hey, who knows? It is what it is. So that's really okay. But Nasus, however you pronounce it, Susan, whatever it is to you. Nasus, Susan, however, whatever. That's a really, really interesting late game pick, and I'm wondering if they picked that to deny it from BF5, because that would have been a really hard late scaling game. We see the Urgot pickup from BF5, so we're actually looking at a very strong, basically a very strong composition for like fights for Biscuit Force 5. Their late game is going to be really good, so I'm really looking forward to that. So while we're getting set up and getting everything else kind of, I guess the details of it all set up, let's go ahead and get the opinions in chat. Who do you think's gonna win? Or are we gonna see a Labby's Lusty Lads, or are we gonna see the Biscuit Force 5? Hashtag LLL win or hashtag BF5 win. Drop it in chat. Let's get this game underway, boys. Also, chat, I would like your opinion. What are your thoughts on some of these matchups? I'm here by myself. I'd like to hear your guys' voice. I can talk about this all day, but nobody wants to hear that. Let's get you guys involved. For me personally, going down top to bot, I think the top lane matchup favors the Urgot, depending on how much you let the Nasus free farm and split push. Yeah, okay, Renwolf, LLL win. I got you. I see you. Yeah, I think the really difficult thing about that matchup is, as Urgot, you have to play incredibly carefully. You have to be very safe. Particularly like in that matchup as Nasus. You can't all in the Urgot. The Urgot can probably 1v1 you, especially with W and like that now costing no mana and being updated. That's really good. So I'm gonna say that matchup goes to the Urgot, which I think was drafted by Biscuit Force 5. Then we're gonna go on to what is next, which is the jungle. So we have Lee Sin versus Sejuani. So I think Sejuani in the team comp that Sejuani is in is a very, very, very good pick in general. But I think Lee Sin as the playmaker of Labby's team, the Lee Sin is going to be incredibly strong in that composition. He's probably going to be looking to hang around mid lane a lot for Bukake, as well as top lane, because there is the disadvantage of Necro Guy. I think it's Necro Guy and Joystick, or maybe Necro Guy and Uncle Jemima, something like that. Whatever that matchup is, that's where the disadvantage is. But we will see how that goes. And then going on to mid lane, it is Morgana versus Vagar. I think in the early game, depending on how quickly this matchup is paced out and how long it goes, if the side of Labby's Lusty Lads can go ahead and like shut the game down early rather than letting the team scale super hard, that'll be super beneficial for them, because we do see Juice, we do see Tankfield Juice, or AKA OG Juice Man, we do see that pickup for we do see that as the mid lane matchup, Bukake versus that. I again Morgana to me just so good. I think Morgana is such a safe pick for this that you're like if you can get even if you can get a slight lead early, that like that safety net will not fall and you'll be able to assert your dominance in lane and like wherever else it needs be. So when we're looking, so then we'll go on to the bot lane matchup, which we have Sivir Nautilus versus Ezreal Yumi. Both of these are actually incredibly safe lanes, um, and I truly love to see that. This really means that this is really going to be a battle of like who knows their champion best and who knows the mechanics and how it's going to work best. I do know that AZX Prodigy tends to be an ADC main, so we're seeing joystick on some what may be a secondary role, and Biscuit is very comfortable in the support role. We do see Biscuit tend to play a lot more tanky champions. I will say that. Um, so that is okay. I love seeing the tanky champions a little bit more, solely for the purpose of just seeing them play a lot like a lot. I don't know how do I word this. I just like seeing tanky supports play a little bit more. To me, it makes it a little more fun because you can have a lot of mage matchups that are just like you're sitting back and forth poking. There's no really need to fight. Obviously, there's a support triangle where you have engage, poke, and sustain, and all of those matchups. But really, what I think it comes down to in its core is is really the fact that you're looking for a hard engage, and you're looking for something a little bit bigger than what you have there. So that to me is really what you want. I'm actually looking at chat. We've only had a couple people chime in. I know it's a very small stream at the moment. We have Ren chiming in with Labby win and bot lane matchup. So I'm still curious. We have like 7 people, 11 people watching. So to all of you 11 people out there, go ahead and chime in with what you think. Let's get this discussion going. Ren and I don't want to be the only ones here. So yeah, I will say, looking into what this matchup is going to bring, and you'll see this when we load into game. My stream isn't the best, so I'm kind of keeping it on high level stuff right now. We are seeing double TP from both teams for their solo laners. We have Nasus TP Flash, Urgot TP Flash, Morgana TP Flash, Veigar TP Flash. The bot lane is the big difference I want to talk about. The big difference is the Yumi to Nautilus. So Yumi will be very good for the disengage and the sustain with the heal from the zoomies. Definitely with the slow from Q. So that'll be really big. What I'm also looking forward to is the difference in the summoner spells. Yumi is running Exhaust Ignite, a very typical because we see the Ezreal on Rob on the Ezreal taking heal. Typically, you can either run Exhaust or Heal on Yumi. They decided to play it safe and just give the Ezreal heal. Really, a safe call, preferential bet. And the Nautilus taking Flash Ignite. So this is really going to be a matchup of knowing your opponent's cooldowns as well as you can, and just being able to read the to read the layout of it, I guess. That's really what's gonna count here, is being able to know your opponent's your opponent's basically their movements, their cooldowns, and being able to read the matchup a little bit. Sivir with Spell Shield will be nice to deal with the poke and the Veigar. But it's gonna be really rough for the side of, Triple L. I don't know. I think depending on the length of the game will determine my view on this game. I think if you can shut it down early enough, even with a fed enough Nasus, like if you can shut the game down early enough, the game is 100% going to go to Labby. But if the game gets too late game, that is my fear.
Are you sure?
Wait, hello?
Hello?
Who joined me? Is this
You're everyone's favorite friend.
It's everyone's favorite caster, the one and
Yes.
only Fleeing Panda. Hang on, let me add you to all my stuff. How you doing today, bud?
No, I'm all right. I'm supposed to play like really soon, but I figured I could cast one game with you.
Man, I appreciate it. You're a homie looking out for everyone. Look at you. You're the best.
Yeah, but you have two infinite scaling champions here. You got the Veigar on one side, the Nasus on the other. OG Juice Man, that looks like Tankfield Juice is the one playing the Veigar. I have not seen him play Veigar ever. So I'm not entirely sure how proficient he is going to be on that matchup into the Morgana mid from Bukake Poro.
Who
But
also, he's historic. Bukake is one of our better in the lower bracket, considerably one of our higher ranked mid laners. He
well, that's true. He did take a sizable break from the game, though. Like this is his first
split back in a while.
competitive action in some time. And if I remember right, from his previous stuff, he took things like Nocturne, Wukong, unconventional mid laners, and had quite the success with them. Not really playing a whole lot of the conventional mid laners like your mages, your Morganas here. So it'll be a bit interesting to see how he does on his return to PMALCS as we've loaded in here today. Lee Sin, I wonder if Labby's gonna go his usual don't finish your jungle item build.
Lol. Hey, I paused at 15.
Oh, you paused at 15. I am now paused.
Where are you at? 15?
I am at 33, but that's
I
okay.
will
I
I
can
will
go
catch
back
up.
to
No,
15.
I'm up to 30. I am up to 33.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. We are seeing the typical 5-man defense here from the side of the BF5.
Yeah, no spice here. I am actually a little disappointed by this, to be quite honest, because I think Labby's team has the stronger level 1 engage. You got the Nautilus hook, you got the Morgana Dark Binding, Lee Sin, Sivir follow-up. Like, you could do some serious damage in a very short amount of time, especially if you can pick just one target.
Additionally, with the Sejuani, like just to counter it, if you look at the other side, if you can stack a Sejuani Q, you can go ahead and hit the slow. Depending on what Biscuit has started, you can hit the slow, get the Sejuani started. You can pick one person off as easy as that too, and force maybe either Joystick or Bukake to start, their spell shield, and that would be a really unfortunate start for them to slow them down.
Yeah, I don't know if that would actually be possible though, because there's only one melee champion for Biscuit hats, the Biscuit Force, right?
Yeah.
So it would only be the Sejuani proccing that, and everybody else is ranged. As we see, blue side starts from both junglers here. I don't know.
I think it's going to be a lot of safe. Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of safe play in the early game.
Yeah, but my biggest interest here in this game is going to be how does Happy by 3 handle his tempo in the jungle. He has a habit, or at least I've seen him have a habit of falling a little bit behind and just be that half step slower, which can spell disaster in coordinated 5 play.
Yeah, you have to.
Plus, this is his first experience. It will be interesting to watch as we are looking here bot lane with Asian Prodigy and Joystick. Joystick usually a top laner, so
yeah, I was talking about that a little bit. I was really I want to see how well, if this is Joystick's off roll, how well he picked it up, how much he's been practicing, and what kind of comes of it. Legends chimes in with what were the bans? Good question. There was Kaisa. There's a lot of ADs and some mid laners. I'm gonna be honest. think there was Kaisa ban, there was a Tristana ban, Swain,
Did anybody
Malzahar.
ban away Jin away from Rob? Because that's what I would be playing if I was Biscuit Force. I would be letting Rob play Jin, a very proficient Jin player.
I
Played
think
season one at 80 carry for Abden by the Teemos. So as we look here,
Asian
Asian
Prodigy.
Prodigy looks like
Ooh.
he's going to try and engage, misses the hook,
There,
and takes a Mystic Shot for his troubles.
yeah, but that's a really like as Nautilus, you really want to be in like you really want to be a lane bully and just be able to like walk up and run people down. Like you don't even have to. You really don't even have to hit your skill shots as like.
Ooh,
Oh,
there's a Labby in
oh,
the jungle. Hook's going to miss again. I think that's called Dredge Line.
yeah. So we are seeing Happy by three looking top lane. We are seeing that.
Yeah,
So it looks like Happy's gonna try and play around Necro guy, play around
he's
his.
trying a little bit of an invade here, but there's nothing there.
Yeah, I'm really wondering if because I haven't played with Joe personally, but I know Joe is very much a shot caller player. So I'm really wondering if Happy is gonna sit around his two solo laners to try and get them ahead because he feels comfortable enough. Oh, there it is. We're seeing it.
Oh, here he comes in, and flash by Dr. Pengu, and Happy by 3 is not going to be able to get the stun off. But they did blow the flash in the top side, so maybe a repeat gank.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I would just go ahead and grab my Krugs and just rotate back. Grab the most OP TFT camp and then just try again. Listen,
I
this
hate
guy,
that camp.
dude. That's
Camp is so
honestly
annoying.
that's the hardest thing because like you can win so hard on that camp and get so many good items, or you just lose the matchup and you feel really bad about it. Like it's just so
Yeah.
TFT is a love-hate relationship game. But we're starting to see really no major differences, like no major differentials show up in CS yet. We have a minor one in mid lane. We do see Bukake with a little slight lead over the Juice Man. Jungle is about one camp down. Top lane, we are seeing Necro Guy with a lead, but the wave is shoving in, so it'll even itself out easily, if not, be in favor. We do see the TP down for Veigar now.
Yeah, that's pretty common. You get an early TP back in after you run out of mana and shove it in. Get an early buy. Looks like he opted for the tier. Try and get a little bit more of that mana. Not usually something I see.
Yeah. It's funny. It's funny you say that. I just got out of a ranked game with a really poor Veigar player who actually nothing to Tankfield. I think Tankfield will probably show us his quality here. But playing in Silver 2, Silver 3, I had a good old Veigar mid build this first item and then feed. I just hope not to see that here.
Yeah, I usually go Lost Chapter when I'm playing Vagar, mostly because it gives me that little bit of extra AP, and with Vagar, that just feels so good.
Yeah,
With the
everything just feels so
tiers
cheap.
first, you just don't get that extra damage, and you can be hurting a little bit. Yeah, you're infinitely scaling, but the infinitely scaling doesn't really come into play until that late game.
Yeah, so we're starting to see first backs now. We do see first back from
Oh, we got a fight here top lane. Necro Guy going to go in on Dr. Pengu. Dr. Pengu's out of mana, and Necro Guy is level 6. Dr. Pengu's still level 5, but
that's
looks like they
definitely
got too close to the tower, and that's the
yeah.
end.
He could have kept going. Maybe get another because we do see Happy by 3. Uh-oh.
He is. Low to this
Labby!
Grump, and Labby's seen him. He's going to try and
That's
get
a
away. And first blood over to Labby. And a
unfortunately.
Grump.
Uh-oh.
That's a feels
And
bad,
they
man.
and they should know the Necro guy's there, but Labby playing it safe. Just gonna farm up a little bit in the jungle.
Play it safe. Get your blue. Take that easy first blood.
Get the
Well,
win, smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
I like the idea from Happy by 3 to invade there.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, just a bit low.
yeah. We're starting to see some decent itemization come out. I haven't seen Rob back yet. Rob is playing very aggressive in lane. We already see Joystick back. He picks up a BF sword. This would be the time now. If I were on the side of Labby, I would go ahead and at this point I would try and look for something bot lane. You're seeing, you have the damage advantage. Obviously they have escape. Yes, you can't deny that. But you can probably do a lot more to keep them in lane as the side of Labby rather than like Biscuit Force 5 is just gonna be looking to like, all right, we're just gonna look to sustain and poke. Biscuit's probably getting a glass of water right now. You know, as Yumi, you can just do that. Oh, he's back. Never mind. I'm kidding.
I'm wanting that Nautilus to get to level 6. We're gonna see the Dark Binding land onto Happy by 3. Happy by 3 has to flash over as Dark Batter's gonna go, and in goes Labby, gonna take a turret shot, get hit by the ultimate Primordial Burst, and Happy by 3 picks himself up a kill as Labby goes
Relax.
in deep.
The BM. Questionable
The
for me.
juicy BM.
Yeah,
Little over aggression there from Labby, and he pays for it with his life.
agreed. We do see that payoff, but the other thing that we should note, the kill went over to the Sejuani. Ideally, that kill would have went over to the Veigar, try and get him a little bit more snowballed more than anything. But even an assist on Veigar,
Oh, flash forward by Bukake Poro. He picks up himself a kill. Can he get away? Gonna get stunned up here, turn into an icicle. Is out of mana. Will he be able to take it? I don't know, because direct camera took his bot lane.
That's like 10. That's like a solid 100, less than 100 HP for Bukake.
Yeah. Well, picks himself up the return kill on tank or OG Juice Man, who is might have overstayed just a little bit. As Asian Prodigy gonna go in, gonna almost go into turret range. I don't know how he didn't get hit by the turret there.
Yeah, it was a really good, what is it called? Arcane shift from Israel, from Rob. It's just like, the timing of that is always, to me, so confusing, especially when you're playing against champions like, Nautilus, Blitzcrank, Thresh. You can just E out of their hooks, and you just feel so good about it. You're like, oh. But the
Oh,
timing of it
Lavi sitting in a bush here, but gonna get spotted by a ward. How long will he stay? It appears not very long as he just walks right back out. Infernal Drake is up on the map, and probably if you are Biscuit Force, you're going to be wanting to look at that Infernal Drake and get that at some point in time.
yeah,
As we look at Bukake Poro being stunned in an event horizon.
yeah, particularly you're gonna want to grab that because you just have such like a good late scaling team. We're seeing the pressure on the side of Labby. Like Labby's doing a very good job of holding it down. We do see the arcane ult or whatever it's called, arcane barrage.
Missed. No.
Get
That's
him,
True
Necro
Shot
guy.
Barrage.
So you combine 3 spells into one. I don't really know.
There you go. Yeah. Yep. So Infernal Drake going over to Labby. I don't know what the rest of their team's called.
Labby's lusty lads.
Yeah, Labby's lads. So early advantage there. That's really going to help that Nasus, and it's just going to hit hard. That's what feels bad.
I would agree. Now that I have another person here, I can finally ask this question. Who do you think has the best name, the best team name in the bottom bracket? This is what I always love to ask.
I haven't actually looked at all the team names. Let me pull that up real quick here as we have Saving Private Reckless.
That's a quality. I love it.
I like that one. That one's good. I'm not gonna lie. I play them later.
Nice.
And it's gonna be the Save Private Reckless fight indeed. So I like that one. That's a good name. As we're gonna see Dark Binding miss wide to the left.
Just like
heavy damage as Asian Prodigy misses the dredge line.
We do see alts coming up from, but like now alts are up across the board. We're gonna start to look for probably some more aggressive moves, some more aggressive fights.
I think if you're Asian Prodigy there, you just go in. You don't walk away from that.
Yeah, especially because all the Yumi can do is just peel back. Israel's already gonna be feeling it. Necro guy, going top lane.
Dr. Pengu's out of mana. But I don't think that matters. He looks like he's strong enough or tanky enough to take on, as he is running straight armor right now. Has the Glacial Shroud, has a cloth armor, along with the Dorans. He's not going to take a whole lot of damage right now.
We do see the Sheen
Asian Prodigy looking at some damage here. Going to get rooted up here by Rob. However, you got Sivir chasing him behind as we look top lane. Labby's chasing around. Will he get out? Oh, going to use the depth charge. Dark Binding hits onto Happy by 3. Going to land the Glacial Prison, but Kakiporo picks himself up a kill as Asian Prodigy gets himself away.
Very good disengage ult. A lot of people are, at least in the lower the elo you get, the more people think like your ult is solely used for like big team fights. They got to save it for this. Like, not necessarily. You can really use it for disengage, engage. Like, your ult is going to be the tool that's going to help you either save your life and deny them a kill, or to engage and get you a kill. So like there's really good knowledge from Asian Prodigy, particularly seeing how much damage was put out by Rob, and allowing Biscuit to just kind of ult him and run in.
But that is a second kill that goes over to this Morgana, which also has a CS lead over OG Juice Man. So already Morgana looking pretty strong for
Yeah,
Bukaki Poro.
I do think Bukake is probably the best mid laner in the lower bracket. I think he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. I will say though, after last night's match and the Predator Caitlyn mid coming out of Zawarudo, I don't know. That's clean. That's super clean. I'm not biased.
I didn't actually watch last night's matches, so
I played last night and that was the match in Zawarudo Nolan
Heroes
won.
Hoagies versus whatever Steed
The
is.
Katarina wine mixer.
See, that doesn't make sense because no one on that team plays Katarina.
Well, I can't disclose anything, but if you've seen, but it's just a good league meme. It's quality.
That's true.
I do like Biscuit Force 5 because I think of like the Ginyu squad, and I imagine all of them doing a pose with Joe as Captain Ginyu. I want to see his mind transfer ability.
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
is he magic?
Biscuit and Rob are both in Chicago. They could at least do part of it and then Photoshop the rest in.
Yeah. Hey, if you guys watch
As
this
we see the
VOD,
gank here, and Dredgeline's not going to hit anything, and away we go. It's going to be kind of hard to catch that Ezreal, not going to lie.
how many stacks is Nasus?
Oh, as I say that, he gets immediately hooked, and it looks like he's just going to get blown up.
Ooh.
And Yumi also down, double kill going over to Sivers. We're going to look top side. All kinds of action as the OG Juice Man is getting himself into a pickle, gets the primordial burst, but looks like he's not going to be able to get away. His Asian Prodigy takes the kill. Necro guy is so low. Dr. Pingu can't get the kill, though. It's happy by 3. Looks bot lane as he watched all his friends die.
And we're in a very interesting case. We're starting to see a Nasus that's starting to get big. 249 stacks, 15 minutes in.
Yeah, is down about 20 CS, but that just doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's stacking.
He doesn't take damage.
Disgusting. Bully.
Has a Sheen now, too. Stacking the crap out of those things.
Oh,
As there
halfway
goes
3.
True Shot Barrage. I don't know what's going on there. Dark Binding's going to miss horribly as Asian Prodigy and Bukaki Poro tried to clear a pink ward and end up having to back off of that as Biscuit has shown up.
Yeah.
All right, 15 minutes in. 6-2 with a 2K gold lead.
I'm very interested. Over last summer, so like over the spring split, as I guess it would be defined, we saw a lot of Biscuit hat on more like tanky engage or like karmas. Like seeing him play Yumi, I'm very interested. He's doing a very good job micromanaging all of the weaving in and out. Particularly because the champion's not very easy. Everyone's like, oh, I can press W and Brain Day go away, go get water, and I can come back and my laner will be okay. It's not as easy as it seems. Like, ooh, flash binding.
Flash Binding and Dark Binding's out here, as well as all sorts of ultimates there, as we're going to see flashes away from both Bukaki Poro and Labby. It looks like Bukaki Poro is going to get thrown back over, turned into an icicle, and he's gone. But in goes Labby, happy by 3, picks up a double kill as Necro Guy is blasting away. Rob has now shown up. Arcane shifts forward. They're going to use the Yumi ultimate, but it's not going to catch anything. And now Asian Prodigy is going to poke his face into the lane and take a Yumi Q for his troubles.
Yeah, we see a 2 for 2 there. Really, that's one of those trades you're like, was it worth it? It's something you had to inevitably do. You're starting to see the Morgana get big, and you have to shut that down. So it's really good to at least train and get the mid laner down. That's kind of what you're looking for.
The biggest problem there, though, is that both the kills going over to that Sejuani rather than the Vigar. So
yeah, and we talked about that a little bit earlier. That's just as much as you want to see your jungler succeed, you really want to get those kills onto your carries, onto your damage dealers, and not that Sejuani can't be, but your Sejuani's goal at this time is just going to be, all right, I need to pick someone, lock them down, and let's get a kill. I'll throw ulti, I'll Q, and we'll be cool. All will be good. The Shadow Realm, the spirits of the Shadow Realm will be quelled.
Calling Projectile Final Chapter. That's what that's called. I have no idea what any of Yumi's abilities are called or really what they do, as Happy by 3 and Dr. Pengu fighting over this the Scuttle Crab as Dark Binding's going to hit Happy by 3. That's a very nice prediction by Bukake Poro, and seeing the Sejuani topside means they're immediately going to start this dragon. OG Juice Man here, Dark Matter is not going to hit as everyone walks into the Event Horizon final chapter being used, Dragon procced out. And they're going to chase right into Sejuani. They should just immediately turn on that, but instead they don't. Glacial Prison misses wide, and they're just going to give up the Dragon.
I think that's definitely a trade you take. Very interesting ult decision by Happy by 3. I think it was good for zoning purposes. As someone who throws a lot of zoning ults himself, particularly if I play Bard. But you know, Bard's hard, so...
Yeah, I thought it was a bit interesting that Asian Prodigy and friends didn't just turn on the Veigar when they could have. Instead, they let the Veigar get the Event Horizon down, and they all stepped into it.
Yeah, that's really the hard part. Is like, you see what the lunar baby cage.
Yeah,
like just, you can't make those. I don't want to say. You can't allow the Veigar to have that bully presence.
Yeah,
basically.
just those tiny little mistakes that ended up giving up the objective. As Labby's going to take his blue buff here. And Veigar off to the side. Looks like they might try and pinch Bukake Poro, as looks like the fight's now going to be over. The Rift Herald as Bukake Poro walks straight into Happy by 3, hits the Dark Binding. Event Horizon's going to land onto Dr. Pengu. He takes some Dark Rain from the sky.
Dude, that sounds like a screamo song. Dark Rain from the sky.
Yeah.
Hey Penta.
Those are most definitely not blessed rains. And this is not Africa, so I guess no Toto for you.
Dang. No copyright claims. I guess it's a good thing.
Yep.
Hey Ryan, if you want to write another song for Pentakill, call it Darkest Raining from the Sky, or whatever.
Yeah. As Lucida, what are you looking at? I don't know. It looks like Labby is about to give himself cock necro guy on the chase along with Happy by 3, and he just ward ops out. Back bot lane here, looks like final chapter is going to be used. Looks like it's not going to root anybody. I was a little optimistic. I don't know about that one.
I think what Joe was looking for was probably a good, kind of what I was talking about earlier, a good disengage, shoving them off tower, allowing them to get some breathing room and allow Rob to farm. Because Ezreal has a very slow attack animation, so and his cooldown on his Q is maybe what 2-3 seconds. So
yeah, about 2 seconds.
There's a little bit of a time in between where you have to. Oh, excuse me. You have to basically balance out what your attack speed is. Oh, Labby.
Necro guy is getting found by Labby. Resonating strike hits, but there's no kick, and he goes in for it again. Flashed by Necro guy, and that probably means he's not going to get himself kicked back in. Dr. Pengu, as Happy by 3, is going to find some stuff in the bush. Dark Binding going to land on to OG Juice Man. But there's no follow-up, and that really doesn't mean anything, as Event Horizon has been used. This would be the time to engage.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of passive play here. I kind of expected a lot of... Honestly, I expected a lot of aggressive play, particularly from a Nautilus.
Yeah. I don't think he realized exactly how tanky he really is, because he just seems like he's a little cautious about going into some of these trades. Yeah, as we look top lane here.
Yeah, being a Nautilus, you gotta have a little bit of caution going into it, but at the same time, you have very high base health. You have a shield, you have a slow, and you have a knock-up disengage. So
and your auto attacks just automatically stun whatever is in front of you.
There's
just a lot of things he could be doing that
are maybe a little questionable.
Yeah, or it's just some things to learn.
Yeah, obviously, this whole thing is a learning experience. And what we're seeing a lot of really good, a bunch of really good adaptations throughout the game. We are seeing Labby making what seems to be like Labby dictating a lot of the shots here because they're playing a lot around the Lee Sin. They're playing around Lee Sin and they're playing around the teleports. So this is really what they're looking for, I think, is to do that. We do see Duskblade come out from Labby, so Labby's going to be looking to fight. He's not going to build tank. He's not going to be any kind of support Lee Sin.
Morgana rushed a death cap.
Hey, listen, I like it. Aggressive plays.
I mean, that's you got to try and keep up with the ability power of the Veigar. Death cap's not a bad idea. As we see Veigar actually rush the Rod of Ages, Dr. Penguin going to get caught in the bush, trying him back. Necro guy wants to fight, and actually, no, he's just going to hop away. No back for you, Dr. Pengu.
Ooh,
And Dark Binding's going to hit again. I think
good
that's a little
kill.
interesting. He went Rod of Ages.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I think,
Usually I see in the Illudens.
yeah, I think for safety purposes, that might be a good idea. They're gonna go ahead and play around the dragon, which I think the next dragon is another infernal. I
Be
think.
interesting. They spot the Yumi, and Yumi looks
Ooh,
like it's just caught out. And goodbye, kitty cat. Meow meow.
dance.
TP mid lane, and the Dark Binding is going to get well
Ooh,
timed there as goes Dr. Pengu on
give him the cloud.
Necro Guy, and this Cloud Drake's just going to have to be given over.
Yeah, we saw in this, or we saw in Spring's book how much Labby really enjoys his good old cloud drakes.
I think he picked that trade up from Dylan, who likes to go fast.
Speaking of which, Sonic movie, you know, coming out
Are they
soon.
playing today?
Uh, Sonic
Are they
movie
playing
review.
right now? Somebody else is playing right now. I know that.
Yeah, this is actually it's actually the Area Force or the Area 51 Naruto squad and the ooh, interesting
As
old
what
comic.
is going on? There's action everywhere. Dr. Pengu trying to take down Necro Guy. Well, uses the ultimate. Labyrinth has killed OG
Necro
Juice Man,
Guy.
and Dr. Pengu is going to flash forward and get the stun. Happy by 3 going to get stunned up here, and double kill going over to Lee Sin. He has completed a jungle item. Ladies and gentlemen, Labby has completed a jungle item.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Good stuff. He's going to take his blue buff for himself. No donating that to this Morgana. As top lane is going to drop to the Nasus, and this is not looking good as Rob going to get rooted up here. Ultimate used. I don't know about that one.
Questionable. Very questionable.
Yeah, well, I mean, you use it, but I mean, I think once he got away from you, you just kind of let that one go.
Oh yeah.
But, I mean, you only did use the depth charge, so it's just on cooldown for what, 60, 70 seconds.
Yeah, it's not
So
even
it's
that
not
long.
too bad, but I mean, that's about 60 seconds where you're not going to have one of your primary engage tools.
Yeah, which I think may determine maybe a deciding factor. I think what the bigger deciding factor is you were right. I want to go back to what you said earlier about there being a second game. Right now on it's another channel. We are seeing the Naruto or the Area 51 Naruto Defense Force take on the Area 69 Sasuke Defense Squadron. So
Sasuke Defense Battalion.
yes, so I just want to shout
Oh
out.
wait, actually, that should be Club Penguin.
Is it Club Penguin? Wait, I thought it was.
Yeah,
I thought tonight was the.
Oh
Tonight
no,
was
no,
the two
never mind.
Naruto
It's not Club
squadrons.
Penguin. Yeah, Club Penguin's the next game.
Yeah, so we have two. We have two.
10 p.m.
We got the major squads duking it out tonight. So that being said, oh TP in from behind bot lane.
That is the Morgana. Is the Morgana be able to get the? Oh, there's double TP. They are just caught and goodbye, Biscuit Hat. All kinds of ultimates are used though, so
Yeah, that's definitely a hard trade of values there. They're gonna go ahead and they see that they have 5 or 4 bot. They're gonna go ahead and shove. But Labby and it looks like Dr. Pingu are gonna be there to answer. Good call. Get that tower. Shove it down. Run it
yeah.
down.
Well, mid tower going to drop in response. I don't know exactly what the other channel is for the other games because I never saw any announcement any games were going on.
There's a
So there's that, and it looks like Rift
Greg.
Herald. Actually, no, that's Baron. As we're gonna see Labby get immediately blown up here. No, 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 no. As now Dr. Pengu is just stunned up for days. He's gonna go straight for Juice Man, but
Yeah,
that's not gonna matter. As they're gonna lose their bot turret, but they can turn straight onto this Baron.
Yeah, but they're they're well aware. All they have to do is they can contest it. They can go for a steal. But it looks
Yeah,
like
they're
they're
not
gonna
gonna
back
take
off their
this very
shit.
quick.
It looks like they're just gonna give it up.
Well, there's nothing they can really do. They're on the other side of the map. They don't have any teleports, so they'd have to try and walk over there.
Yeah.
They don't take it particularly quick, as Necro Guy is walking in a circle around this Baron for a solid 15 seconds. There it finally goes. So,
We do
by
see
sending
it.
everybody bot lane, they have conceded the Baron.
Yeah. That's one of those trade-offs that hey, sometimes you gotta show up objective and trade. You got 2 towers out of that for a Baron, and you lost 1 tower, so Baron and tower for 2 towers. In my mind, it's not worth it, especially because you can get so much more off of Baron power play.
Ah,
So, but the
yeah.
second, going back to the second game, I think that's on. I think
The Groot TFT. Go
ESL.
watch our boy over there. No streams from the goat.
Ah, unfortunate, but yeah, that'll be a good one. So enjoy that
The
game.
goat TFT. Streaming game numero dos.
Ooh, already they're already in game two.
Yep.
Oh
Pretty fast
man,
game one.
yeah, that was a quick one.
I also think they started a little bit before this one, as Happy by 3 has been found in the jungle, and unfortunately for him, depth
Clap.
charge used, and he is just getting slapped down. His joystick is now on a killing spree. Dr. Pingo and Necro Guy going at it in the top lane. Necro Guy just walking in a
Ooh,
circle,
ooh.
but that is one big doggo. Dogs greater than cats. You heard it here first.
Give him a bone. Knick knack,
Give him the
paddywhack.
bones. Yeah, those are some big metal bones.
Oh boy. Oh, is he
And
gonna?
it
Oh,
looks
he's.
like there's going to be more as Rob and Juice Man are here. They're going to
Oh,
stop the
that's.
pack. That was a TP, actually. And the dog is out. Dr. Pingu showing some good mechanics to get himself out of a sticky situation.
Yeah, but we do see Biscuit Head trade his ult for TP, which I think is ultimately worth it. So
Yeah.
it's actually a pretty good trade there. So
Well,
we
they're going
have
to get caught in the rotation. The mid tower is going to drop here. As Juice Man has opted for a Seraph's second item. I'm going to be honest. I don't think I exactly agree with this Vagar build.
I would agree
It
with you, 100. I think it's
got a
very
lot of
interesting.
mana, but it just seems like I think it lacks a bit of damage.
I would agree. I think maybe the Rod of Ages is trying to compensate for that now. It looks like he has double books and he's looking for a lost chapter, so maybe he's now trying to go for Morello's for the healing, considering they have actually no. Actually they may get the healing off the Nasus now. So maybe he is looking for that with the Spirit Vicious picked up. So
Yeah, I just it's a bit interesting.
we
Well,
had
now he's going an ARAM build. He is going an ARAM build, actually. Now
good
that you
call.
mention it,
Good call, Murph. Good call. But yeah,
but
we're seeing the Morgana with a ton of DPS output, Luden's Rabadons and a blasting one. Like that's disgusting. We're also starting to see the disparity of vision score differential. Asian Prodigy
mm,
with a 68, and we see nothing to slight Biscuit. Biscuit with a 31. So like the vision control has been dominantly on the side of Labby's laddies.
look at that topside jungle. I mean, they got a
I
control ward
know.
by the blue. There's another ward sitting behind that. As Rob looks like he is the target here, as Asian Prodigy looking for that hook, not going to find it, but they just clear out the wave, and so they concede the top tower. But looking bot lane, Juice Man has been caught by Dr. Pengu. The flash is out, and he should just keep running. I don't know why he turned around to try and damage that. Juice
Okay.
Man uses the Seraphs, and he's just going to get spacked and bopped one more time. And that is one dead Yordle as the flash forward by Bukake Poor trying to catch Rob. Arcane Shift away, and that was close.
Yeah, it was a
No dark binding for you.
very good arcane shift there by Rob, recognizing that Bukake was like the distance and range and also the cast times, because if he had done it a split second later or a split second sooner, that may have given Bukake the time to actually readjust the angle in which he wanted to shoot the Dark Binding, and it could have been bad for Rob, burning both the arcane shift and potentially flash.
Oh, he gets hit by the Arcane Shift this time, and then they immediately jump on top of him. That, I think, is the name of this game for Labby's lads. Hit the Dark Bindings and just blow somebody up. Specifically Rob, as Yumi's still alive. Asian Prodigy and friends, they could turn this around, to be honest with you.
It
They're running
doesn't.
away 4v2,
It really doesn't matter. You have a split push Nasus top lane. It's just disgusting.
and they did turn it around. So it looks like they
Ooh!
eventually figured out Hook's going to land onto Happy by 3, but that root is going to carry through the flash, and he's not going to be able to get away. Necro Guy going to walk over to Dr. Pingu, who's a little low on mana, must be said. But here's the backup. Dark Binding going to miss. Yumi just gets blown up by something. I guess Bukake Poro. I did not see anything hit, and looks like the turrets are now going to fall. Next is turret number 1, True Shot Barrage, going to hit, and minions are gone. Maybe they can't continue this. Dr. Pingu taking a lot of damage. The Asian
Oh,
Prodigy going to get dropped here. In goes Labby, and that is one dead. Urgot, everyone's aced. Turret down, and this is going to be game number 1 going over to Labby's Lusty Labs.
do you think?
33 minutes, 27 to, or 23 to 7.
Do you ever wonder if Labby like actually goes? You know, it's Labby is short for Labbert, like how Scooby is short for Scoobert. Like these are just random thoughts. Anyways, back to the game.
Wait,
I want to look at
wait.
some of these
Scooby
stats.
is short for Scoobert?
Yeah, so it's like it's Scooby Dooby Doo. It's like Scoobert something. Listen. These are
You're literally not yanking my chain here.
I'm not, dude. I'm like so. It's Arizona Prodigy. It's not Asian Prodigy. Arizona. Okay, thank you for the clarification. GG, well played. Um,
It
so
sounds like Asian Prodigy. I think everyone's been calling it that.
and
Anyways,
who do you want to give MVP to for this game? We got to set up. I'm gonna set up
ooh,
MVP. We gotta set up the
is
MVP
it not for
pool.
the whole series or is it just
Nah,
the game?
it's individual games. So I need to actually.
Mm,
What is it? Oh my god.
that's
Straw.
straw poll.
Yeah, straw poll. Let me make a straw poll.
All right. Well, while you're doing that, I'll give you a little bit of a rundown from the statistics. Looks like leading the way on the damage charts is going to be the Nasus by just a few hundred over the, interestingly enough, Urgot. So Dr.
Really?
Pengu did the most damage to champions, probably because they did the most damage to each other. To be quite frank, uh, next up was Bukake Poro, 18,000 on the Morgana. Labby did 12,000, 15,000 from the Sivir over for the other team. OG Juice Man only did 10,000 damage to champions, so not quite the amount that we needed from the Vagar, and Rob did 13,000. Looking at your KDAs, Dr. Pango goes 7-1 and 3, was a beast in that top lane. Woof woof. And Labby going 5-4 and 10 was the primary playmaker for his team. Bukake Poro 5-1 and 9. Joystick 5-0 and 6 and 1-1 and 8 for Arizona Prodigy. There, we got it right for you. So between them, I think I'm gonna go with Bukake Poro.
You know, I would most definitely agree with that to an extent. I think Bukake Poro had a very strong showing this game. His utility overall as a mid laner, particularly playing Morgana, allowed you could see towards the end starting to give shields to Labby and to the other people to get on the back line, allowing people like Labby to get on the back line as well as giving the shield to the Nasus. So that was really good. Like in the longevity of it all, I would also even argue to give it like it's a Dr. Pengu is another very good pick to vote for. Split push like a very good split push allow you to get the game going. Like he was able to draw pressure to allow a lot of these macro plays, these rotations to go. Um, so that's really in my mind. I think it could go to either Bukake or Dr. Pingu. But for now, we're going to cut the stream for VOD purposes, and we will be back momentarily.